Hey y'all, it's Tyler and Riley's over here and Maddie's over here as well from O.T.R.Outdoors. We are going to do another part of improving Riley's little play area. She's got her shelter and her tripod and her kitchen set up. We're going to do a fire reflector to go with all of her kitchen stuff, so she has more places to hang stuff and make it look like a real camp for her. So we're going to do that next. We're going to get a fire reflector built, so we'll get started on that. Alright y'all, so all I've done is go around and collect 4 what are going to become my stakes for this project. They're about hip height, waist height or so, and we're going to get a 1-inch sharpen on each one of them, and that will be our next step. Alright y'all, so we got our stakes sharpened up. Now we're going to put them in the ground. I moved the tripod out of the way, put my mass back on my axe here so I can use it to pound these in the ground. And I'm not going to come super far back from where the fire that we've had previous is, because I can only go so high with the tripod that I've got. I didn't make it super tall because it's just out here to play with. But I can play around with it a little bit as far as height once I get a couple logs on the system, and then move the tripod back and play around with how tall I can go on the fire reflector. So what I'm going to do is take these limbs that I've got, and I'm going to use my bigger 2 on the front side. You want these fairly straight, but like I was saying earlier, I don't want to go cut down a bunch of trees just for little projects like this when I can use stuff that I've either previously cut or it's still in decent shape but is either dead standing or has fallen recently. So not all of these are perfectly straight. So there we go. I'll move y'all over and let y'all get a side view of what it looks like. So there's your side view right there. So you got your 2 all the way across, and then 2 closer ones here. Alright, now as you can see, I already put the first one in, and I'm a little wide, but with the ground being as soft as it is, I should be able to push them together quite a bit, and then I'm going to tie them off at the top anyways. So let's see what these other pieces are we got to work with here. I am going to fill in that little bit of empty space there just to help tidy things up and get rid of some of the wiggle in there. Let's see if I take this one out. Get the slide in there. There we go. Alright. Alright, I don't normally advise this, but we're going to do it anyways. There you go. It'll hold all of me. 75 pounds or so. There you go. We'll go around the other side and get a view from the other side. Well, let me get the tripod adjusted back over the fire, and then I'll turn it around. Alright y'all, so there's the finished product. We got, let me adjust y'all down just a touch here. You got where your fire would normally be, and we got our spit that we did. I didn't make a video on that. I did post a picture on Instagram with it. And then our pot hook with our tripod. I probably could have gone 1 more log higher. I'll walk over here. I probably could have got 1 log higher on this. Didn't really need to. I mean, we're all the way up to past my knee, so probably one log past my knee, so a good 2 feet or so. But that's far enough away from the fire that it's not going to catch. This was all dead stuff that was sitting on the ground. It was covered up with debris and stuff where somebody had previously cut something down before we moved in. So I just uncovered all of it and brought it over here. So it's all wet for me on the ground for one, and most of it is somewhat rotten. So it's not going to catch anytime soon, even with it being drier wood as far as being dead, but it's down on the ground, so it's absorbed all the moisture from the rain we've had the last week. Sorry for not having videos up a little bit sooner. It's been raining on and off for about 2.5 weeks now. As most of the East Coast and Middle America have had problems with that as well. So there you go, nice little fire reflector to finish off the kitchen all the way. I may end up digging this out a little bit. For right now, I'm probably just going to leave it alone. We've only used it twice when we're out here playing as far as building a fire, and it's more for her to just be able to play around with, but she wanted it to look real. So we've got the shelter now, we've got the tripod with the pot hook, we've got the spit here you can either hang stuff off of, or she can cook whatever she wants on it, playing around, and then we've got our fire. So we're doing pretty good. And then we got the fire reflector in now, so it'd be exactly the same if you were out, say you're out doing a week-long trip somewhere. I mean, these are all things that you would want to put in a regular camp if you were doing a more traditional style camping or bushcrafting trip. All of these things make it a lot easier to cook, as far as being able to hold pots, being able to hang stuff off your spit or your rack, having that fire reflector to help keep the heat in the area and not let it blow every which direction. It's all good stuff to have in an actual camp, and same for your kids. If you want to do what I did, build something for your kids to play in. There you got your fire reflector. All the way up here you got your tripod, your pot hook hanging there, and then your spit, and then there's the lean-to there in the back, all the way over there. So that's the camp. We made it. All right, y'all. Like I said, this is all stuff that you would want, that you could use in a regular camp. Sorry about the wind. This is all stuff you could use in a regular camp, whether you're doing a traditional camping bushcraft style camp, or you're out just having a weekend where you're actually cooking over the fire and not using stoves or fuels or those kinds of things to cook your food on. That tripod's really nice to have. Like I said, I didn't make a video on setting up the rest of this camp, but I did do the fire reflector day and then give you all a quick tour of all of it. But the tripod, great resource and great tool to have when you're cooking. It's really great for having your coffee and you set it off to the side and still let it keep warm, because you can move that tripod anywhere you want. Fire reflector there to help keep everything contained as far as heat not going in every which direction, and then how to set it up. Remember, there's always a storm coming. Keep the powder dry, your axe and your knife sharp, and an eye on your back trail. We'll see y'all next time. Quick side note, now I understand every YouTuber's frustration with the airplanes.